Welcome into Sports Talk with Theo, Dorsey, South Georgia. Let's talk sports. It's officially basketball season. Well, it's been basketball season, but Sports Talk is finally catching up after a nice holiday break. And it is our honor that our very first guest of the 2019 season is the Colquitt County girls basketball coach, Rondesha Williams. She has been a staple in South Georgia hoops. She played ball in the late 90s for Albany State University. She was an assistant basketball coach at Doherty High under Charlene Jackson for a decade, and she's been the lead woman in Moultrie for the past 12 years. Welcome into the show, Coach Williams. Thank you so much for joining us down here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And first off, before we even got on the show, you talked about how this year's team is somewhat rebuilding. You guys are 12-2 so far this season, so define rebuilding before we get into what we're about to do.
Well, I say we're rebuilding because most of those girls have never played varsity minutes, only 2 of them. So they're kind of young on the floor, young with me coaching because I'm real passionate. I coach with a lot of emotions, and you know, some say I yell a lot, but it's just me getting my point across to them. So they're young, but they're getting this game time experience so we can make this deep region run and make it to the state playoffs again.
There we go. And more on that, because I was able to speak to your players. I went to practice earlier today, so you'll see what they think of her and how she is at practice and as a coach. It's great stuff.
Oh,
You're going to want to see that. But I want to take a look at your tenure, your 12-year tenure at Colquitt County, and just some of the things you've gone through out in Moultrie. You've been the head girls basketball coach since 2007, 208 and 109 so far in Moultrie. Your next win, and you'll be 100 wins over, or have 100 more wins than losses. Region champs in 2016, 2017, 7 playoff appearances in 11 seasons, and 0 losing seasons. How do you maintain that consistency as a head coach, starting off from 07 when you were coming off of a team that had a losing record?
Well, what I did coming in, I just established myself, my foundation, and I thrive on defense. So coming in, I tell my kids day one, we're going to play defense. If we don't do anything else, we're going to play defense. So defense has propelled us to be very successful in 7A basketball. Well, back then we were 6A, and now we're 7A. So I thrive on defense. We're going to play defense nonstop.
Yeah, well, that's one way to do it for sure. If they don't score, they can't beat you.
You can't beat me.
And you've done a lot of winning since coming to Colquitt County. Did you ever imagine eclipsing 200 this early on in your tenure there? And what was that feeling like when they honored you being a 200-win coach?
No, I never imagined that. I was just coaching every day. You know, that wasn't something I was thinking about, but it's an awesome feeling. You know, it's great to be somewhere for 10 years and be that successful. And it's just great. I just had great kids coming in, but I just can't take all the success. I have had great assistants. My number one is my top assistant right now is Stephanie Cody. She works nonstop because I am an administrator, so I wear 2 hats, and so she takes up that load, and I'm forever grateful for her, the hard work and dedication that she puts into the program that make me look good on the front end.
Of course. We see all the wins, we attach them to your name, but of course you have your supporting cast there to get you through it.
Yes, I have a great supporting cast, and I got a great administrative team that allow me to wear both hats and be very successful.
And another thing that you've had great of, at least over the past few years that I've been here, has been players and scorers at that. You had 2 1,000-point scorers on the same team last year in Zanatica Downs and in Diamond Hall. Those are players that, probably exceeded most expectations of what many people from the outside saw of them. But what did you see in those 2 players early on in their careers that made you know that they could be that special?
They was very athletic, and then they didn't mind being molded. When I got them, they were just raw talent-wise, and they was like clay. So I was able to mold them, not only me, but my staff was able to mold them into awesome basketball players. And the Lord has just been blessing me with some great shooting guards.
It's a good thing to have in high school basketball, huh?
Yes. So that's the thing. They work hard. We work hard year round. We have a great conditioning program. We play all summer long, and then in July, some of them go and play AAU basketball to get that extra exposure. So we kind of have shaped it into a year-round program.
All right, and you being a year-round program in Moultrie with basketball, now, when people think of Colquitt County, even nationwide to this point, what do they think of?
Think of football.
They think of football. So as a basketball coach, what are some of the, I don't want to say, and with girls basketball, it's a little different because I know boys basketball, might have to share players, but what are some of the difficulties in coaching in such a football-centric state and city for you as a women's basketball coach?
Well, I don't have any difficulties because I'm a female sport. So whatever I need, and I get it. They provide it for my kids, so we don't lack anything. We got the top facilities. You know, whatever football uses, we can go in there and use it as well. So it's really friendly. You know, to far as supporting your program and making sure we're successful. So, you know, whatever I get, you know, it's not a lot of basketball players, 6'3", walking around Moultrie, girls, you know, that's one thing that I lack. But whatever walks in the gym, that's what we build upon. And we build them, and we form them, we shape them, and we turn them into some great individuals, not just athletes, but great individuals, so they can go on and be productive citizens once they graduate.
Definitely so, and it speaks too, because when I was speaking to your team earlier today, a couple of the players, I asked them, what position do you play? And they both said the same thing. I'm an all-around player. I don't have a position. And I guess that's something you preach to them because you don't necessarily have a post, so you got them all over the court this year?
Right, I do. Since I got here, since I arrived in Colquitt County in 2007, I only had one true 6'2" post. Everything else was just 5'7", 5'6". So I've basically been playing with guards. Kiera Levitt was my last true post player. She graduated last year, and she was only 5'7".
Wow.
You know, but I make them develop a big heart so you can play with the best. It doesn't matter what size you are, how short you are, how tall you are. You play from your heart, and you just leave it all on the floor. So that's what I instill in my kids. So you can play any position. I don't care if she's 6'3", we're going to go at them.
I'm inspired. I'm about to jump out of my chair and go play a position. Like I said, I went to practice, so I have a report from there that I want to share with everybody. We're going to show them that, as well as we're going to go head-to-head in trivia, which will be a lot of fun. Yeah, I know you're excited about that. That's going to be right after the break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Sports Talk with Theo Dorsey. We're joined by our esteemed guest, Rondesha Williams of the Colquitt County Lady Packers, and John Barron steps in because Theo versus everyone's coming up, right?
Right. Yep. We're also joined by the Packer.
Oh yeah, we had to.
Just want to bring that out since it's right here. You guys only see a little bit of me. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay, no problem.
That's all they need. That's all they need. Well, you know what, John? I want to make sure that people know that all you need to do is come out and watch the Lady Packers of Colquitt County. And I stepped through to Moultrie to go to the Colquitt County Packers gym and see what their practice was like, as well as get thoughts from the Colquitt County players on how Coach Williams is as a leader.
Get at a better angle and stop walking.
Rondesha Williams is in her 12th year barking orders to the Colquitt County Lady Packers.
Bro, you standing in the way.
And she has nothing but excellence backing her. She's yet to have a losing season and has made the playoffs 7 times. Every season, she earns the love and trust of the locker room, and this one is no different.
She's self-motivated, like, she gives us, like, confidence.
She a real happy person. She outgoing, and she got a real caring heart.
She gives them affirmations.
Nice, TT.
She's hard on them.
Retreat, find her, ball out. Come on, sissy.
And she offers constructive criticism.
Get some arch on it. Nice shot.
She's kind of crazy, but once you get to know her, she's the best coach you could ever have.
The Albany State alum eclipsed 200 wins this season. She's already the best in Lady Packers history in that column, and her players are well aware of it.
You be wanting to talk back to her, but she knows the game more than we do, so we just have to listen to her.
Put both hands on the pass.
But her coaching approach isn't just about talking at the players. She's also good at empowering them.
They can't play for us. We got to play for ourselves. It's really us putting in the work to get there. She get on us and fuss, but like it's just a love thing. She just wants us to understand and like play our game.
The Lady Packers have done just that through 14 games, going 12-2 so far with an undefeated record in the region. In Moultrie, Theo Dorsey, WALB News 10 Sports.
I like that last shot. All right, I like that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Well, Coach Williams, you have over 200 wins now. Let's see if we can add another one, but I seem to have lost the question. So we're just going to go off the cuff. No, I'm just kidding. She told me before that she did not like having just sprung on her. So let's go ahead and get right to the questions. All right, Coach, there's 9 questions for you. All of these will be basketball-based questions. The first 3 will be multiple choice. Last 6, you'll have to provide me with the answer. Now, after this, look, the person with the most balls in the vase wins. You have to ring the bell, get it right, and you get the win, okay? Just saying right now, I help you out a lot more than I will ever help him out.
Okay.
All right, ready? Question number 1. Let's make sure I got it right, though. How many WNBA teams are there, 12 or 14?
Come on, this is easy.
12.
Okay.
That is correct. Was it now?
Yeah.
I should have had
A
her
dozen.
say that and then let you go ahead and answer. That is correct. 1-0. See that?
Why
That's
are you
easy.
rooting for
That's
this?
easy. 1-0.
This is
That
not objective at all. This is
1-0.
oh my. That's what you get for gloating.
All right, I get that one.
All
Please
right.
stay. Question number 2. Which team just won their 3rd national championship this past year? Seattle Storm or Houston Comets?
What I'm going to say is Seattle Storm. And I'm going to go ahead and throw it in there because I know. What's up,
That
Seattle
is
Storm?
correct. That is correct. It is the Seattle Storm. We're tied at 1-1.
And the Houston Comets are gone. Come on, that's my city now. I know that. Let's keep moving.
I don't think there's ever been a sports talk where we haven't just mentioned Houston.
We put it in the answers.
Just trying to make sure. Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, the Houston Comets do have the most titles.
That's
but
true.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Last multiple choice question. Question number 3. When did the WNBA begin their first season? 1996 or 1999?
It's all me right here.
1996.
That is correct. What answer were you going to give?
1996. What do you think? What do you
I
think?
love how I say that after she gets
Yeah.
it right.
Yeah, easily. Good
Like, I was
job.
going
I
to expect you
right
to
there
say
with
it.
Yeah.
He's making me a little nervous. He's tilting back and forth.
Oh, you
Probably
think
because
it's
this
gonna-
side's getting a little, you know.
It's getting
heavier.
heavier?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cute.
That's, yeah. Well, no. Question number 4, first non-multiple choice question. Question number 4. In high school, what is the shot clock set to?
0.
That is correct.
First of all, there is no shot
There is
clock.
no shot clock.
So
Exactly.
0.
That is the answer. No
That
shot
is
clock
0.
in high school. That's why the answer was correct.
Let me tell you something. All right. I'm
Let me tell you
Got
something.
one.
gonna let it
Let me
rock.
tell you something. Let me tell you something.
You at home,
I know
vote.
you're going to let it rock because guess what? 3-1. Okay. All right. Last question before we go to break. Question number 5. How many NBA teams are there currently?
30. 30
Goodness
piece.
gracious. Thank
30
you.
piece. All right, no,
What?
it's just one.
That's right. So, it's just one, and he's only one behind, but let's see how long that deficit will be when we come back. We'll have some more questions for you right after the break. Welcome back into our trivia portion of the day. Let's see if we can go ahead and finish this off. Coach Rondesha Williams right now, up 3-2. She's our guest and kind of making it like home right now. It's seeming like that home field advantage because we got the Packer right here. He's helping us out. He's charging all the way in. Let's see if we can go ahead and...
Do we got pom-poms John can get? Just
Do we have some?
he needs some pom-poms. What's going on?
Well,
Maybe one of those bull.
We're
what's
winning,
it called?
so-
Bullhorn? What's the thing called that cheerleaders use?
I'm worried.
Megaphone?
Megaphone.
Megaphone.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. That's a
That works. Somebody will correct me
Question
later
number 6. All right, let's get right into it. Question number 6. Who holds the record for scoring 60 points or more in a game 32 times? This is NBA.
This is impressive, by the way. 32
It's a
times?
well-known name.
That was me, right?
Yep.
Will Chamberlain?
That is correct.
Okay, yeah. that
Yes,
makes
a
sense.
man of many hats, and one of them was definitely scoring that many times. 32 times scoring 60 or more points in a game. That is crazy. All
a
right,
lot.
let's go to question number 7 right now. Currently, we're tied at 3 apiece. Question number 7. Up until this past October, Steph Curry has held the NBA three-point single game record. Which teammate broke it?
Oh, that's easy. Come on now. Kill it, Klay Thompson. Splash Brother.
Since
I might
that's
as well
not
be a
his
Splash-
name,
I might as well be a
since you're
Splash
just going
Brother
to start
myself.
adding parts of the name.
I can't give him a nickname.
Splash Brother, doesn't miss, no steps, Clay to the
He's angry. He's obviously angry that I'm beating you right now, Coach Williams.
It's fine.
You got
I,
time to
I,
come back.
I don't too much.
All right,
live
Coach,
down
we
in
need
the
question
NBA.
number 8. All right, question number 8. Not only was he known for his scoring, but this player also holds the record for most single-game rebounds. Which
that's
player
easy.
is that?
That's easy. Come on now. I'm giving you a shot.
I think, no, that's not fair. You should did some WNBA.
He should have, huh?
Yeah.
Come on,
I
John.
think the first 3 were
Hey, are you correcting our get? No. That's going to be my guy Wilt with 50. Another one.
Did you just
Another
throw a
one.
rapper's name in there too? 'Cause I
Wilt.
didn't know what you said.
Wilt.
Wilt. Okay, you said
Come on now.
something 50, and I was like,
And I gave you the number,
wasn't
too.
sent. Yeah.
You got a chance to
That
tie,
is
though.
correct. Wilt Chamberlain had that many, and yes, he was man of many hats.
There you go.
Coach, this last one is worth 2, so we could go
Okay.
into the bonus round for 1 extra question, which I promise you, you're going to want to do.
Oh, my
So,
God. It's going to be your middle name. He's going to be like, what's your middle name?
I don't know her middle name. That's just not fun facts they leave for you on Wikipedia.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, the final question, question number 9. The Los Angeles Lakers have 16 national titles. Who has them with 17?
Oh, this is, come on now.
Who has him at 17?
We
You know
got to think
what?
with some of
I
the
can give you a
greats.
shot. I already know what this is. He's giving you players off the team. This is amazing. This is amazing.
Oh man, I didn't do well on this one.
I want to hear this bonus round question, so I want you to get this one.
I don't know it.
All right,
Man.
Larry Bird.
Oh,
Just say it.
Larry Bird.
What? For the Boston
That's the team.
Celtics.
I know.
Well, that's her. She got that.
That
I
is
want-
correct.
I want
She
this
got
bonus round
Boston,
question.
Boston Celtics.
No, I want it because I want to beat you at your question.
Okay. Let's just go over record. Theo won, but see, at the end of the day, we just count the overall record.
you
So
can
if you
have
lose
it.
this one,
Yeah.
okay, I just want you to know you lost this one.
All right. I want this bonus question.
You can win this, but you can't beat me one-on-one
Oh,
playing
that's-
basketball.
well,
So
that's-
come on, let's get this over with.
Well, it looks like we got a
So we got a couple jerseys, right?
Let's get this over with.
Let's get the bonus question in. Let's get the bonus question in.
All right, we got a couple jerseys. We got a basketball. Let's make way. All right, the final bonus question. Question number 10. Who holds the record for most wins for Colquitt County girls basketball?
Rondesha Williams. Let me tell you something.
Correct.
I'm cold. I'm winning at her question. I told you it was going to be about her.
You didn't give me a chance. to
I
answer
know.
that.
I'm sorry. Every single time, he
That's
always
fine.
knows the last one's probably going to be about the coach.
Because you do it every single time. And I studied. You saw the
You
story.
had the
He
questions.
didn't
probably.
study. Didn't study. I was there. Didn't study. All right, when we come back, we'll learn a little bit more about Coach Williams and those mighty Packers. Welcome back into Sports Talk. Obviously, as you guys all saw before, Theo Dorsey won. That's like one in like the last,
Okay.
I don't know, 6
right.
times. I'm really good at writing the questions and tossing the alley-oops to the coaches. You said it right. I do favor the coaches just because it's like, you know.
I'm glad you admit that.
Well, you study this all day. They don't. All right. Well, here we are, obviously, Coach Rondesha. I just want to talk about a little bit about, you've had such a successful journey here at Colquitt County. You've been there for 12 years. Can we expect another 12, or is there something that you're hoping to accomplish before starting a new journey?
Now, I want to stay another 12, but of course, like any coach, they want to win the championship, state championship. But most importantly, I want these kids to win that life, So I want to stay there as long as I am able there to be productive and be a positive role model for those kids growing up in Colquitt County High School.
Now, how do you, as a head coach, I know you have so many young women that go through your program that you send off into the real world to go be, like you said, successful in life. How do you kind of stay in touch with them and, keep up to date with what they have going on? I know you got a lot on your plate, but what are some of those things that you do to try and make sure you're making sure they're still on that good path?
Well, Facebook, social media, you keep up with a lot of your kids. But believe it or not, most of my kids text me throughout the months, the years, and just keep up. And most of them are still local, so they come to the games. So I have a very good relationship with my former players, so that's always good. So that shows me that I'm doing something correct, that they want to come back and just chop it up with me, talk with me, hang out for a little while, come to practice, talk to the current players. So my 200 wins, it was awesome. I had so many kids, my former kids there, just blessed me so well. I was so excited to see them.
Yeah, that's got to be a blessing as
Yeah.
a coach, especially knowing that they don't have to show up to practice anymore.
Yeah,
but they're coming voluntarily.
Yeah.
But obviously that means that you've left quite an impact on them, and that's something that you look at. Besides the X's and the O's and the plays and everything, you look at them as trying to lead them to a right path and something that you hope that they can be proud of. Is that
Right.
something you hope for, not even just on the court but also off?
Yeah,
of it?
yeah, that's what I hope for, because I want them to be able to take what they learn from me and to be able to use it in life, because life is hard. You got to dig deep, and you got to fight, and you got to have perseverance, and you got to have your faith. And so that's what I instill in my girls. And so they leave with that, and they can always come back, and they always know I'm in the same spot.
There we go. And I know there's going to be people outside of your program maybe that you haven't had an opportunity to touch that are going to be watching this, maybe young girls that are basketball players. What would you have liked to have known as a young girl when you were in high school playing basketball? What would you have liked to have known that you know now that you want to maybe get out there to some of those people that are playing now?
You just got to, basketball has evolved. So you got to lift weights, you got to stay in the gym, and you just got to work hard. Never give up. Never give up on your dream. Set your dreams and achieve them.
Awesome. Well, I try to tell him that all the time. I'm like, you know what? If you want your ankles broken, we can go in there. You can break your ankles. It's all good. It's all great.
The only way John's breaking my ankles is if he stands there and he tries to snap them like that. This has been a great time. We're going to watch you throughout the season. Thank you so much for joining us, Coach Williams.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you all for watching us tonight. Thanks to the crew for helping us out and making all the magic happen. We'll see you next Thursday night on Sports Talk.